Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Challenge Lab. In today's interactive explainer, we've got a very clear mission. We are going to repair some seriously weak arguments. You know the kind. Claims that are way too vague, overly simple, or honestly, just missing that necessary punch. Well, your job today is to fix them. So get ready to really engage because we're going to build some serious debate skills together right now. So, the rules are pretty simple, but they absolutely require you to participate. I'm going to show you a weak argument. When I give you the cue, I want you to pause this explainer, actually do the work, and try to upgrade the claim yourself. You can do it in your head, jot it down on paper, whatever works for you. Then just unpause to see how your fix compares to our master upgrade. Let's dive in.
Okay, Phase 1, Basic Upgrades. We're starting with reasons and examples. Take a look at this one. Homework should be reduced. It's a classic claim, right? But as it stands, it's really just an unsupported opinion. So hit that pause button right now and try to improve this statement by adding a specific reason.
Okay, let's see how you did. We went from a totally blank complaint to a really solid argument. Homework should be reduced because students need enough sleep to stay healthy and focused in school. Notice how simply adding the why just completely transforms and drastically upgrades that initial claim?
The absolutely crucial point here is that adding a clear reason is the most fundamental step to making any argument stronger. It's literally the bedrock of a good debate. If you can't articulate the why, well, you don't really have an argument. You just have a grievance. All right, ready for round 2? Phones are distracting. We've all heard it, maybe we even completely agree with it. But as an actual argument, it's pretty flimsy. So take a quick moment, pause here, and challenge yourself to improve this claim by adding a specific example.
And we're back. Here is the massive difference between a generic statement and a concrete argument. Phones are distracting because students often check messages during lessons instead of listening to teachers. Grounding the claim in a highly realistic real-world scenario like that makes the entire argument so much clearer and honestly way harder to dispute.
You see, concrete examples act as visual proof for your audience. When you add a specific example, you're bringing your argument into sharp, undeniable focus. You're taking it straight out of the abstract realm and planting it right into reality. Moving right along to Phase 2, Advanced Upgrades. Let's look at explaining impact. Here's your third weak claim. School uniforms are unfair. Now that sounds like a typical hallway complaint, doesn't it? Pause the explainer now and turn it into a real debate point by explaining exactly why it's unfair. Really dig into the impact. Let's unveil the fix. The strong version reads, school uniforms are unfair because they limit students' ability to express their identity. Explaining the direct impact on the students takes a really weak complaint and immediately turns it into a valid, highly defensible stance. It shows the audience exactly who is being hurt and how. Let's move to the fourth claim and see how this all builds. Students should exercise more. I mean, it's good advice, sure, but it is a very weak debate point. Hit that pause button again. Strengthen this argument by adding a logical result. Ask yourself, what actually happens if they exercise more?
If you tried adding a positive outcome there, fantastic effort. The upgraded version is, students should exercise more because regular activity improves focus and learning in class. Strong arguments don't just ask for an action, they always map out the resulting positive effects to convince the listener that the action is genuinely worth taking.
All right, Phase 3, Expert Upgrades, where we focus on specific support. Take a look at this claim. Tablets help learning. It's very broad, and it's very easily challenged by a skeptic. This is our final standard pause. I want you to hit pause right now and add some specific evidence or a detailed explanation to back up this incredibly broad claim.
And here is the upgrade. Tablets help learning because students can quickly access research tools and educational apps during lessons. Injecting specific support completely solidifies a broad claim. It doesn't just say they help, it explicitly dictates the exact mechanics of exactly how they help in a real classroom setting.
Okay, you've officially made it to the ultimate bonus challenge round. Here is an incredibly vague, incredibly weak argument. Group projects are good. This is basically the lowest tier of argumentation. I want you to pause one last time. Try to elevate this to the absolute highest tier by adding a long-term impact. You really got to think big picture here.
Let's see it. We took group projects are good and upgraded it to group projects are good because students learn teamwork and communication skills they will need later in life. Zooming out to reveal a lifelong impact makes the point undeniably powerful. It seamlessly connects a mundane classroom activity directly to future adult success.
All right, time for the debrief, final score check.
Added reasons, added examples, added impacts. If you successfully use these tools today, if you found yourself naturally tacking on a because, or providing specific scenarios, or tracing out the actual results, then I can confidently say you are officially thinking like a strong debater. You've got the toolkit.
Before we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a rather provocative question to chew on for our next meeting in the lab. Can you choose the stronger rebuttal between two competing responses? Today, we focused entirely on building and strengthening our own offensive arguments. But next time, we're flipping the script. I invite you to return and really test out your defensive skills in our upcoming rebuttal challenge. Until then, keep questioning, keep upgrading those arguments, and I'll see you in the next explainer.